Hello and welcome back to not the Tenebrae server, not on Minecraft. That's a bit different. But it's still I, KvaGram, the autistic duck. And yeah, at the beginning of this episode, you're just doing something a little bit different. Because, as you may know, I am a game developer and programmer. Even if I've done much of that in the last year and a half because of the entire lockdown thing. I mean, I should have, except just waiting until the entire thing is over, and it never is. And then my skills are getting rusty, and then I try to get back into doing things and lose motivation, and yeah. So, but there is this thing I talked about before. I want to do a website with the adventures, with the adventure quest, the adventure guild thing. And I think my microphone is peaking a little bit, so I'm gonna reduce that just a bit. Yeah, audio is always difficult. I think I need a new mic. This old snowball. It's been faithful to me in a long time, but it's not the best. Absolutely not the best. Let's just reduce it a little bit more. Okay, it's still in the red sometimes, but I think this will be fine. Alright, so I'm gonna do this thing. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought there. Okay. So that's why you see the screen split into multiple parts here. So I'm doing this in the Godot engine, and yeah. So this will be compiled into a WebGL application, which then goes up to my own website or web page at least. And if I just switch to that. There we go, that window. I'm not sure I can see it from this video because it's probably low resolution. Might be able to make out the address. I'm gonna put it in the description anyway, so you can just click it there. So by the time this video is up, there's gonna probably be something here, maybe just a proof of concept of the quest system in general. Probably gonna implement quests later, and not after, but maybe not right away. We'll see how far it goes. But yeah, the idea is that I'm gonna implement things into this website, and then I'm gonna yeah, let's see we'll go from there. This is mostly just an experiment. The thing is that this will add to the experience of walking around the Tenebrae server and doing quests. So here we can have more elaborate scenes, which you can create in create mode or even Minimator. We could possibly include animations. I don't know yet. We could definitely include voice acting. So once they have some quest implemented in this, we could have our fellow Tenebrae members voice quest characters, and it will add to the immersion of it all. And one of the most interesting things is that it would make branch quests more practical. Yeah, more possible to do. Because we can just do the programming and we can do the conditional checks. We can do those things. So, in code. Instead of having the quest themselves think about what choice did they do an hour ago. What choice did they make? Like, we can just program it in and it will just tell the player that they did this and that, and this is how the story goes. Maybe don't even need to think about it. So we're probably still gonna have books out in game, and you might still be reading for those if you want. But I think if I do this right, this will be a superior experience. If I do this right, so. Alright, I'm gonna try to do a time lapse of this. So you'll see this moving forward in like high speed. Yeah. Alright, that is enough rambling, so let's get on it. Well, that sure is a kick in the nuts. I tried to ask for some help in the Godot Discord, but no response comes so far. It seems that C# is not supported on a web export, which I did not know. However, that was from a ticket on GitHub from 2018, almost 3 years ago now. So, or maybe it is 3 years. I didn't pay attention to which month it was. So if C# still is not supported, then that means I have two options. Either I have to give up on a web platform and just have the software be downloadable, just have other players download the software and use it on the local computer, or have to translate and constantly continue using Godot script for everything. Or I don't know what the alternatives are. I think maybe JavaScript. Let's see. If I go here, touch scripts, what alternatives? Native script, Godot script, Visual script. Not sure what Visual script is, so it is familiar. Maybe I have gone by it before. Not familiar with native script or Godot script. So yeah, not comfortable with this, but well, I got started on this, so unless there's a fix for the C# thing, then I just have to switch language. Anyways, it's been 2 hours, but most of the time it's just been me fumbling around and trying to relearn how to use the engine correctly, and it's gonna be a lot of that if I continue with this, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll do now. This is going to take a little bit of rest, and either I will resume with this or I will do some Minecraft. So it's been an interesting experiment, this. Just do coding in the start of an episode. Alright, that's enough for now. I'm probably gone, so. Here we go. Okay, so I can now open up a player data window. Yeah, big achievement. Excellent. Well, the longer I spend doing these things, the more I learn, and the faster it will be to do similar things in the future. So it's not a waste of time. I mean, if I want to add another window with, say, notes, yeah, instead of taking 1 hour, that might take 10 minutes. And next time after that, maybe 8 minutes. The more I do this, the more I learn, the faster I do it. So, right, the save function still works. I changed up so I don't have that weird text test somewhere on the screen. So instead, now the name is properly integrated into this window. When I changed it, it changed it internally. Now the idea is that some NPCs may actually use your name when you talk to them, and may also introduce yourself with your name. That's something you can do with in-game books. So, yeah. In the quest I've done so far, I just had the NPCs called the player Adventurer! Yeah, no more of that with this program. Nope. Yeah, save and load still works, so well, that's enough for now. Time for me to get some dinner, and I don't know, maybe this is gonna be a full programming only special episode. That would be a nice change. And yeah, I closed the VS Code window because well, it doesn't have code completion for Godot script, because why would it? It's so well, special. However, the Godot engine itself, its editor, has code completion, so we just use the native code editor. How far I have fallen. I would have preferred to keep using C#, but oh well. Godot script it is. It's got its same features as Python, with that it's dependent on tabs on white space to declare code blocks, and I don't need pass right here, but yeah, determine that an empty function body, you have to actually write pass. I don't like that. The way it should be, no colon, should just be a parenthesis, clam, or curly bracelet. That's how you should declare a body of code. That's how you should do it. Not white space. Never ever just a tab. It gets so messy. And say if I want to line up some text, I can't. Because this bit of white space here, where there's a difference between a tab and a space and a line shift. All those are apparently different in these kinds of languages. Yeah, I know it, so it's not just apparently. It is different. And that's not how it should be. White space is white space is white space. Is white space. Any kind of white space should be interchangeable with any other kind of white space. But no, not here. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But it's what I'm working with. Oh well, that's it for this rant. So, no, I think I'm just gonna keep coding. So, right, but first some dinner, and then it's probably gonna be a bit late, so we'll see. Maybe do some coding late in the night. Okay, honest question here. Am I insane? Or just duck obsessed? Or something in between? Anyways, I found this weird, really weird duck stopwatch online, and yeah, I also put in a clock, so you can see what time it is, and it's almost midnight. And yeah, let's see if I can code until 3 a.m. So gonna start this thing, and yeah, you can probably see the names. So that's all the patrons. Let's see which patron of the server wins. They're all ducks. Why did I find this? Okay, so in this third coding session of the day, yes, it's still the same day. I am going to try to implement one quest, just one, to see if it works. I don't know if I will do it in 3.5 hours, but well, let's try. Okay, turn off the sound. It was, yeah, you couldn't hear it, but I could. So, oh no, I'm in the middle of the pack. I need to win. Okay, this. Okay, so it's going to time-lapse mode. So short segment without any audio. Okay, just had to repeat myself. So it's time for a brief intermission to explain my thought process here. So this is the area scene. It's gonna take up yeah, good, it's updated. Yeah, it takes up the entire area here. So that's fitting because it's called the area scene. Okay, the exact size of the of this graphic, it's subject to change, of course it is. And of course the content is very subject to change. It's just a placeholder I whipped out. So yeah. The process when you enter this is that at least that's far as I've thought out so far. Oh, there it is. Oh, that should show up over this. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's reversed. Let me. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, it's reversed order. So the bottom ones is laid over the above. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. So when you click go to location, you're prompted to pass in a passcode. Now, if the passcode enter is valid, then you're sent into some scene. I'm gonna load in some scripts from some JSON code that I'm gonna write. It's gonna include some brief dialogue, a link to a graphic, or optionally maybe a video. We'll see. Possibly also, yeah. There's gonna be a link to a graphic. That's a minimum. Then it's gonna be an array of well, dialogue, and that dialogue can optionally have audio with it. And if there's audio with it, it's gonna autoplay, because of course it's gonna autoplay. Yeah. I'm gonna include a mute button somewhere, so if you don't want to listen to the audio, you can just turn it off. Not sure if we're gonna do video and how we're gonna handle video, but that's, if so, that's gonna be later, much later. Speaking of, I should probably record some placeholder dialogue for the unknown area. But first I'm gonna have to make a structure for it. But there's that first. Also, I want a list of options on the side here. So when you're asked for something to do, get a list here. I should probably see if I can make that those scalable buttons. Not sure how to do that. But scalable buttons would be better than a huge list of just a couple of tiny buttons. Well, yeah. I've only got half a plan. That's how it usually is. And those ducks are still going on it. 2 hours left. Yeah. I need something more to drink. Okay, back to doing some more time lapse, I guess. First, I suppose I should convert the one I just did. Right. I guess this turned into an all programming episode. I mean, the amount of time it takes up, I guess there's not much time for Minecraft gameplay. But this is Minecraft adjacent, so it's gotta count as an episode, right? Yeah, it's gotta count. Miami is in the lead, but there comes Halsnator. Okay, see you in a couple seconds. Well, I failed. I am too sleepy to keep coding, so 1 hour from the deadline that I put to myself, and I am not gonna finish what I planned for tonight. I didn't expect to, but well, been some good progress. It's enough for a day, and most of the night. Good night, folks. I will probably continue this tomorrow, and next episode, back to standard Minecraft. Or maybe get some Minecraft in this episode with updated quests and such. We'll see. Alright, I'm back at it again. Okay, so it's already the afternoon. I had some things to do. Okay, to be honest, I did some gaming. And not even Minecraft. Yes, I'm ashamed of it. Bit some more Hearts of Iron 4. Been some Hermitcraft related because, hey, new Hermitcraft season. Gotta watch it. Alright, let's just jump back into this and do another coding time lapse. Got my duck up there. There we go. Got my duck countdown right up there. I've put it on 2 hours now. Gonna start it when the timer starts. And I got a clock somewhere way over there. Alright, and well, here's the Godot engine. The muting thing happened again, so this is a voiceover. I didn't notice this one until editing, so yeah, I didn't do a retake. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly what I did here, but clearly I was working on the audio for the demo. Yeah, spoiler alert, I did get that audio to work eventually, but I want to do other audio issues way later. So, anyways, congratulations to JC for winning this duck race. And, yeah, I'm just gonna jump ahead with another time lapse. See you in a couple of seconds. Whoops, looks like I was muted again in this last recording. It happens. So, anyways, congratulations to Holsonator for winning the race. And yeah, I had just added sound to the dialogue, and it runs. Let's see if I can add a audio capture, audio output capture. Just this should be the correct one, I hope. Properties. That's okay. So if I just I don't think you will be able to see this, but if I press play here, it show up for you.
Well,
Nobody can hear it.
I got yourself lost, friend. Maybe you typed in the wrong location passkey, or maybe just opened this program and this is a huge surprise to you. So why don't you hit that go to location button up there in the corner and just try again.
Okay, if I just add another window capture, okay, I should be able to add it. Oh, not that one. That's the one. Okay, I'll just fittingly see if I can drag it into feel like the middle of the screen or what? There. Now you can see when I'm actually doing some playtesting. Yeah, well, why not? It's not going to be open all that much, so yeah, it can take up a huge part of the screen. Sure, whatever. Okay, so now it's there. Alright, so add the mute button.
Well, looks like you may have got yourself lost, friend. Maybe you typed in the wrong location passkey, or maybe just opened this program and this is a huge surprise to you. So why don't you hit that go to location button up there in the corner and just try again.
Yeah. The go to location has not been implemented yet, but it will be in the future.
Go on. I don't know why you're still here. There really isn't anything for you to do here.
Yeah, so the problem is that it doesn't show up in the web browser yet. And it really should, so let's see if I can refresh again. Should add it now. No? So must be something wrong. It's very difficult to debug what's going wrong with the web build, so maybe the button is not rendered in, maybe it's missing something. I don't know, it's something I'm gonna debug in the next coding session, because yeah, it's already into the evening and I should probably get some dinner. Alright, might do another night session. We'll see. See you in a couple of seconds. And I'm back. Now that duck race countdown thing stopped working, so I decided to remove that from the screen and rearrange strings so I could fill the screen. So yeah, webcam is now bigger because well, I don't really need the entire thing. Alright, good news, I figured out the audio bug. Apparently I loaded the yeah, I loaded the file wrong, because apparently when the project is exported, well, you need to use the resource loader instead of the file loader. Big difference. And apparently that's not counting for JSON files, only things like MP3s. Yeah, audio files, that kind. Anyways, I'm gonna continue working, and I think that yeah, I'm gonna rework how the dialogue are written. Just writing raw JSON code is it's sturdy. So Godot has something like Unity's resource script, and I can figure out how they work and maybe use those to write the dialogue. Maybe I can use the Godot editor to actually write the dialogue. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's start the timelapse. Ended up on a bit of a tangent, which happens. Yeah, I ended up starting to build an editor for the dialogues. Like, it's getting rather complicated. But hey, if I can make a solid tool before I start running quests, then maybe this is pretty great, maybe not. And that maybe I should end this episode soon. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, it's fun to do coding again. As I said, I haven't really done much for quite a while, so getting back into it. Even if it's at the cost of the Minecraft stuff. Speaking of, Crow was question I participate in something, so yeah, better get ready to join that. So yeah, not sure I'm gonna record that. We'll see. Well, the thing with Crow yesterday was interesting. Looking forward to his next video. It reminds me, how long is this really gonna be? Might need to speed up the time lapse even more. Already edited them to go 60 times the speed because I got some code that lets me do that easily. But yeah, it's easy to speed them up even more in editor. So let's see how long I can make this session last, because I want to get things done, and I've been doing this for a few days now. Yeah, let's get back into it. Timelapse once again. now, so yeah, I am calling it, and I decided to just edit this as is right now because you know what, I don't know if this is gonna be interesting for you at all. So if you're gonna see more of this, I'm gonna leave that up to feedback. So if this is interesting to see, just please comment, and there might be more programming time lapses. I saw there was the Minecraft in this, but yeah, I'll put that in the description as a warning. Alright, next episode's gonna be regular Minecraft in some way, at least. Probably not any programming. Gotta probably code something off camera. Yeah, never got to actually finish writing a quest in the system, but I put up a lot of groundworks that may be able to do something maybe soon. Yeah. Alright, so thank you for watching. This was something different, I'm sure. And I'll see you next time. Bye.